Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Hey, that was a pretty good opening, Denise.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have to pay you big bucks every time you do that.
No.
I woke up this morning thinking I've got to take out a second mortgage on the house. So actually, a third mortgage now.
Oh, no. Just grandkids are good.
Well, you can come visit
Time with
anytime.
them, so.
You want to come Friday? You can come Friday. I'm throwing it at you now.
That's fine.
Yeah, Bridget and I we may go to we're planning on going to the Casa Christmas in July bingo on Friday. So.
Ooh, Aunt Dodie and I were talking about that. Remember last year we
Yeah,
went and
yes.
Aunt Dodie blinded you with her glasses?
Yeah, I've never seen bingo glasses before. If you don't know what we're talking about, Aunt Dodie, you always know you got a good family when you got an Aunt Dodie and an Uncle Bill.
Yes.
Is there an Uncle Bill somewhere in y'all?
Yes.
There's got to be.
Yes.
So Aunt Dodie shows up, and this is Deneen's family. Or is it Jason's?
Jason's side, yeah.
So here, I'm going to fix your there we go.
Okay.
These always pop out. And so we show up, and here we are. And this was the first year, I don't MC a lot of things anymore. And so I politely let CASA and some other organizations know, like, hey, with our children, it's hard for me to commit in the evenings now. But we still went, which was nice. And y'all came, you and Dodie, and my wife came. And Dodie busts out these glasses that have headlights on them.
Yes, he did.
I've never seen these things before. And I'm going to tell you, there are some professionals in every avenue that you can think of in life, and there are professional bingo players.
Yep.
And Aunt Dodie is one of them.
Yes.
She breaks out these glasses, headlights. I mean, these are high beams going right on the cards. And I'm surprised she didn't have 20 of those little stampers going at once. The fun thing was that 4 or 5 people around us didn't show up.
Yeah, so we had their cards.
And some lady walked by and said they didn't show. You know who was it? Vicki McKenzie walked by.
Yeah, Vicki.
So, Laura, if you're watching, or Kimberly Weezer over there, the executive director, we didn't steal anything.
Nope. We just had fun.
Vicki McKenzie walked by and said, these people never showed up. Do you want their cards? And I said, by golly, yes, we do, because no one's using them. And so you saw all this going on.
Yes.
and didn't win nothing the whole night.
But we had fun.
We had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. And Dodie was asking, when is it again? I was like, I don't know. So I got to figure out. Because I think Mom wants to come this time, too.
Well, bring her. It's
So we'll have to get.
Well, the only thing is they sold out quickly.
Oh, really?
They sold out, and then we had two seats this year, and so there's a waiting list. So,
oh man,
I'll tell you what, if Bridget and I can't go, y'all go. We may hand it off to y'all because she'll probably end up having to work. That's the name of the game right now.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we do want to welcome you in as we get rolling on a Tactical Tuesday, as we call it here on Good Morning Huntsville. As always, big thank you to Elliot Herzlich from Elliot's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com for all of your jewelry needs. Go by and see my great friend, Elliot Herzlich. I always brag about the band, and many of you are joining us and maybe new to the show. We've been blessed to have a lot of new guests. I went in, years ago and said, Elliot, I don't want the typical, band or whatever it is. I want something a little different that's still masculine. And so he did this hammered gold and put a little stud in there for Bridget. And I thought he put that stud in there for me, but then I realized real quick I wasn't a stud, so it didn't work out. But he added two more because the plan was we had children to add those. And so now there's three. And Bridget said, we need to fill that whole thing up. And y'all that have been watching the show for a long time know that I'm happy with the three that are on there. So I'm very
well.
I don't know if we need to fill it up.
Well, you can claim William. You can put nieces and nephews. You can
do well. I'm fine. I told Bridget, I said that thing will not be filled up. The Lord has blessed us. We have cloned ourselves each, and if the good Lord's willing, then maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't.
Yeah. Well, Elliot actually fixed my ring.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. There's a story behind my ring, by the way.
Are you can you tell the story? Are you okay to say it?
Yeah.
Tell us the story behind it.
This they can't see it, but that's the original set that Jason got me.
Wow. Well, hold on. They can see. We got the tech here. So keep telling us about it. That's the original
That's the original set.
Okay.
Well, right before our 20th wedding anniversary, his mom gave me her wedding set.
Okay. Yeah, look at that. It's beautiful. There it is.
And I had my grandmother's. And so what Jason did is he took it and he took it to a different jewelry store because I didn't know Elliot then. And Jason actually designed this ring. And
wait! You gotta stop. I don't mean it. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but this is making every guy out there look terrible.
But the diamonds here are from both rings.
Okay.
And so we melded our families, and that's what I got for our 20th wedding anniversary.
Well, this is making all of us guys look bad out here because I just went to a good jewelry store before I knew Elliot, by the way. This was back in Georgetown. I went and got one, and the story behind mine is I just love my wife so much, and I just picked out a beautiful one.
Right.
See, there you go. But I don't have a cool story. Bridget's mother has a really cool story on hers. Apparently, Jeff, my father-in-law, one of his brothers was a jewelry maker, and he gave him a bunch of old family jewelry, and he melted it down and made the ring. Mm-hmm. And I said, don't ever tell that story to anybody outside of here because, again, it's going to make us look bad.
I'm really proud of it. And he did. It
looks beautiful.
And I didn't get to see it until we renewed our vows.
Awesome.
And when we renewed our vows and he put it on my finger, I was just like, okay, I want to look at it. But we had to finish our vows, and afterwards it was just like, oh, my God, it's so beautiful.
Well, hey,
means a lot.
We're one day away from episode 550. We are here 549 today as we continue promoting and celebrating the good here in Huntsville. We do want to welcome all of you. And do us a favor, if you're joining us this morning, if you're on the social media feeds, just comment in. Let us know what you're thankful for this morning. We always like to encourage and lift up folks here on this program. That's why we do what we do, just to promote the good that's happening here in Huntsville and beyond. And so if you can, just comment in this morning. Let us know what you're thankful for. And you know what? Just tell us hello. We'd love to hear from you. We'll, on the back end of the show, we'll get to some of those comments. We got a little bit of interaction that we'll have today as well as we do welcome you in. Already mentioned Elliot Herzlich, but also want to give a big thank you to Guardian Defense. They are all things personal safety. They've got a great gun range here just outside of town. And so you can connect with Guardian Defense online at guardiandefensellc.com. And they will take care of all of your needs. I met Jason years and years ago at WCRC when we first had started that, before it was the Walker County Referral
Yes.
Cooperative. And I had a chance to meet Jason, and that's how I got to know you and your family. Y'all helped us move 5 times. And I don't know, 5 times in 4 years was enough. And
Oh, I'm watching the babies grow.
they've grown
I
up.
can't believe, Braylon, how big she's getting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's gotten big, and her mouth has gotten big, and it's
Caden.
and Caden, he's his little attitude's getting big. It's a joy. It's a lot of fun, and my wife does a great job. I just wanted to tell my wife how much I appreciate and love her. She's
a good lady.
She does a lot, and she's been working over at Creekside, and they've got her coming in some mornings at 6 a.m., and so it's a daddy daycare a lot of days, which is okay by me because, I was thinking about this, and I want to change the tone. We're going to break here in a moment. We're excited. We'll have head football coach Phil Longo joining us from Sam Houston. Ray Burgess, a Sam Houston athletic supporter, is also here with us today. We're going to be talking about a very important auction coming up on July the 26th for folks to be involved. So
That's the isn't that the athletic option?
Yeah, it's for football. So we're going to be highlighting that today here in just a little bit. But I wanted to switch tone real quick because, I'd mentioned this yesterday, and obviously last week was a very somber week. There's a lot of heartbreak going on right now in the Texas Hill Country. I grew up in a lot of that area. In fact, we were in Burnett over the 4th of July weekend. We go every year, and the kids were just hollering and screaming, and I had to just take a deep breath and put things in perspective and say, you know what, that's okay, because there's parents that are waking up this morning that have been waking up for a week now that they don't get to hear those cries anymore, and they don't get to hear those voices anymore from their little ones. And so I want to encourage you. It's so easy that we get wrapped up in our own little bubbles, but this morning I really want to encourage folks to think about your neighbors and think about your friends and think about ways that you can help. I had mentioned to somebody, and tragedy always brings us together, it seems, and it's unfortunate that that's what brings us together, but it is, and that's humanity at its finest. I believe that, and this community stepped up tremendously. We finally put together the totals yesterday, and honestly, almost $4,000 was raised to help flood victims there in the Hill Country. We gathered over 13,000 pounds of items to take on that 26-foot U-Haul, and I wanted to thank our friends over at East Tex Rentals. That is Fraser Stanley and his wife and his son, Heath. I mean, this young man's, 15 years old, and he's pretty much running the show over there when Dad's gone. And it was just incredible how the community came together. U-Haul Corporate gave us an incredible deal on the truck. They took off a lot. And so we were able to go down there. But when we went, and there was a lot of people saying, hey, Kerrville doesn't need help. And there are areas there, but they don't need a lot of supplies. That was correct. But there's a lot of outlying areas that aren't getting support as we drove through. And so we identified some areas. We went through Georgetown first, and then we hightailed it over to San Saba. There at San Saba, we connected with the pregnancy care center that was there and passed out some HEB gift cards because I know that those will go to great use for those folks. Yes. A lot of diapers, baby things, and they were very appreciative. And then headed on to and also dropped off items at 2 churches there in San Saba that are coordinating efforts. I like the old towns because you got the Church of Christ right here, and then right across the street's the Baptist Church. So they were. I mean, that's the way. That's the way. And I love it because everybody's working together.
Yes.
And so then the truck headed on to San Angelo, and that's where we connected with Ernesto Corpus. Ernesto is a wonderful man. He's part of a prison ministry there in that area, but also a community organizer. And I have full faith and trust in Ernesto. And and we had a lot of gift cards too, and I just felt like what was put on my heart, instead of handing out $20 here, $50 there, which will help, we decided that we felt it would be best to adopt a couple of families up there in San Angelo. There was two folks, in fact, the husband and wife, that were serving with all their heart, and come to find out they have needs themselves. They're very humble. They didn't want to be helped. They wanted to help others. And so that may be one family that we're going to help out, their story. And just
the world needs more people like them.
Yeah, just great people. And then the news that's not coming out of San Angelo is more than 12,000 homes had some sort of water damage just in that area alone. Whew. There was a viral video floating around of a man, tragic, that was on hospice, and his daughter was saying, we need help, we need help. And the water was up under that man's bed as he lay in the hospital bed there in the home. And some community folks had saw that, and they went and rescued them, and they are, from our understanding, are okay. So there's a lot of help that still needs to be met. I mention all of this, one, because this community stepped up unbelievably. I said that it's the biggest unity that I've seen among people since 9/11, and it was just incredible to see so many put all their differences aside, and that's what we need to do as people, is we just need to put all that aside and focus on the one thing, and the one thing is helping out people right now, and what can we do to help? And there's going to be a time that they're going to need to figure out why this happened, and there's going to be a time to figure out how can we prevent it again. But I think right now the time should be focused on the cleanup efforts, should be focused on, most importantly, the families that are grieving. We've heard a story of someone connected here to our church. His daughter is there during the cleanup process, and I won't repeat what they had described to us, but we just need to put all that aside this morning and come together. And I think that's what I know that's what we've seen. And with saying all of this, I say all this for a reason, because we feel a need to go back now with physical boots on the ground. And so stay locked in here. We're coordinating with Ernesto and also Texans on Mission to determine what's the best way that we can physically go out. We want to get some men together and make it a Friday, Saturday trip up there in San Angelo and help these folks clean up a lot of what they're doing. So somehow everybody's got a connection to people, and I think that's why it's important that we just say hello, because you never know where that's going to lead. Denise.
Yep, I agree. The fire chief of Kerr County, her name is Diana Backus. I don't know if you've seen any interviews with her, but she is an awesome, awesome lady. I had the privilege of working with her, and she was also, when I went through EMS, she was also one of the ladies that taught me a lot. And to see her there, and just, you can see it on her face. And it really touched me, and I'm so proud of her. I really am. And she's doing the best job that she can.
Well, it's just like I said, if you talk, then there's always connections there.
There
and
is.
I think that's beautiful that you've got a friend there, Deneen, that's been a mentor to you
Yeah, she's
and helped
fire
you.
chief there in Kerr County.
Yeah. Well, just stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more information on how you can get involved and how you can be part of the efforts there. And of course, we're praying every day. Here's a staff at First, and as a community, we're praying for families and those affected in Kerrville. But there are so many more areas as we drove through. And just seeing the water that was still receding there in San Angelo. I've got a connection there to Angelo State University with a mentor of mine who was the first, back in the day when I was doing broadcasting, he was the first coach, baseball coach that I ever had the privilege of broadcasting for. He had moved from Georgetown there to Angelo State. And he had told me, when I called him first, he goes, man, I think we're inundated with items coming in. And then he called me back and he said, no, we need stuff. And that's when the connection to Ernesto happened. And Ernesto told me, he's like, man, these big organizations are saying they don't need anything, but it's hurting us smaller organizations because we're running out of stuff every single day. So there is a need, and we'll continue to meet that. I want to encourage our audience, too, briefly, and we'll take a break and have Coach Longo and Ray Burgess on here in just a few moments. But I want to encourage you, if you're watching this morning, if you have a connection or a family member or someone in that area that needs help, reach out to us. We always Billy coined this years ago when we started this program. He said we're a family here on this program. And so we want to invite you to let us know if there's any needs that need to be met, and we'll do our hardest to try to meet those, just as Huntsville showed up over this last week, and we made that journey down on Friday. So let us know how we can help, and we'll be more than happy to try to make some connections and see what we can do. Well, hey, let's take a brief break. Excited this morning. As I mentioned earlier, Coach Phil Longo, Sam Houston State University football is here, and also Ray Burgess, Sam Houston athletic supporter, who's been very involved with the program and been through the both these guys have been through the program, so they know it better than any, and we'll have them on talking about a very important auction that is coming up on July the 26th. So you want to stay locked in and learn more about another great organization, Sam Houston. Just saw yesterday they did a partnership with HEB in the Red Zone, and HEB donated $1,500 to the Sam Houston Food Pantry yesterday.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool. Saw Zach there, and a lot of good happening right here in our backyard.
Yeah, we had privilege last year going to that auction, and it was really neat to hear them and see what's going on, to hear about the new stadium. So I'm excited about it.
There's a lot of great happening. Again, let us know you're out there this morning as you're waking up with us. We'll step aside, take a break, and you know what I was going through? I was going through a drawer at home, and how many times you go through a drawer and you find something that you're like, man, I didn't know I had that. Well, Cafe Texan has been so generous to us, and Vance Howard and Tiffany Gobble, who's a manager over there, they provide gift cards for us to give away on the show, right? And those are usually $20, $25. Well, I was going through the drawer, and I had a Cafe Texan gift card in there. And you know what that bad boy had on it?
What?
$50 was waiting. And so I decided that thing was divinely appointed in that drawer so I could give it away on the show today. And so all you have to do today, I'm going to give that away. It wasn't one that they gave me. It was someone else. I remember exactly what it was when I checked the balance on it. But we want to give that back today. And all you have to do, just text in your name. Super easy, no keyword, but text in your name to 936-339-0139. Again, $50 to Cafe Texan going to a lucky winner today. And all you have to do is text in your name to 936-339-0139. We'll take a brief break. As always, our show's every Tuesday, brought to you by Guardian Defense, all things personal safety. They've got a gun range, classes, and much more right here in Huntsville. Visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. We'll be back in a few moments. Stay with us. More to come. It is your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville. We'll be right back after this.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Imagine a voice of hope reaching every corner of Huntsville, from homes and hospitals to prison walls. That's the heart of Spirit Radio. We're a truly local 501c3 nonprofit, and we're raising $25,000 to build our tower and get on the air. With your help, we'll broadcast encouragement, truth, and the love of Christ across our community and across the world through the Spirit Radio FM app. Visit spiritradio.fm and give today. Let's bring light to Huntsville and beyond together.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope. This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Deneen with Guardian Defense, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
This is Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
All right, friends, welcome back as we continue on. Time now is 8:02 in the morning. If you were supposed to be at work at 8 a.m., unless you bring something into the office, you may not have a job. So for whatever reason you're listening to us, stop by Whataburger, grab a few breakfast tacos, drop by here at the studio, and then head on to work, and your boss probably won't fire you if you bring stuff into the office. I heard one time a business mentor back when I was in Georgetown told me, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, you're fired. That's what I was told years ago. So we do want to welcome you back. Thanks for hanging out with us on another great morning here in Huntsville. Just a quick weather update, 77 degrees. It's been raining every afternoon. Today it'll be 93, 20% chance of showers. We'll be down in the mid-70s tonight, and then back up in the mid-90s. Finally, completely sunny on Wednesday, but more rain back into the forecast this weekend. Well, these two gentlemen have been awaiting very patiently. Appreciate them being here with us. We'll pop the camera on now. Good to see new head coach Phil Longo. Coach, good to have you on this morning.
Appreciate the invite.
You bet. And also Ray Burgess, hey, longtime Sam Houston athletic supporter. And Ray and I go back to the baseball field a few years ago. We were chatting about that. I said, Ray, I know I've met you before somewhere, but it was at the baseball field at one of the Bearcat games.
I remembered where it was. You were emceed a bingo event. You were talking about bingo.
Okay.
You were out at the Loman Student Center, and you were the MC of some event for, I can't remember what the cause was, but it was a great cause. You were great.
Oh, well, appreciate it. May have been CASA or one of those.
Might have been CASA.
So, well, Coach, good to have you, man. I know you've got a very busy schedule, and appreciate your time being here this morning. We were just catching up a little bit before we went on the air. If you'd like to hear what we're talking about, $100 a month will get you that behind-the-scenes access. So we were – no, just kidding. We're trying to get that going, Coach, but it ain't taking off yet.
I'm all in.
Well, Coach, I wanted to kind of get to know you first and the audience. It's so great to have you back here in Huntsville. You coached here before, so maybe we'll start with that. We want to talk about the football auction coming up, obviously, on July the 26th. Sure. That's the big reason we're here today. But let's just get to know you. Let us know a little bit about your journey. I know you were talking about some ties up to Minnesota where you met your wife, but kind of let us know the story and how you got back here to Huntsville, Coach.
I was blessed enough to have an opportunity to come here when Casey Keeler was interviewing for the job in 2014. As a matter of fact, I think he tells the story sometimes. He was looking to get back into football, and he was looking for a job, and I was vetting some places for him. I was doing some research for him, and he said, "It looks like I'm going to be out another year because there's nothing left." And he had interviewed for some things, and he just didn't think it was the right place. And I said, well, listen, one of the best jobs in the country is open right now. It just opened. And if you remember back then, this job opened kind of late in the in the football schedule and football calendar. And so he said, well, they're not going to hire a Yankee out here in Texas. And I said, well, they're definitely not if you don't interview. And then so he did. And he got the job, and 3 days later after he arrived, I arrived with a number of our other staff members, and we had a wild ride. I mean, I think I coached in 46 games in 3 years between 2014 and 2016, and that was a grind, and it was a tough job when we got there, and it wound up becoming a wild ride, and we had a lot of fun and won a lot of ball games, and so that's the plan here again moving forward.
I know a lot of folks toss around the word culture, especially in the sports world. You know, as broadcasting college sports, we talked about that a lot. But I always felt that there was a really unique culture here in Huntsville. And I always tell folks, we're so blessed right here in this community. I mean, here's a community of only 40,000 people, but we've got a Division I FBS program right in our backyard. Maybe tell us just a little bit about just how special it is for you to be back here at Sam now after that coaching stint, and then coming back and what really drew you back here to Huntsville?
You know, it's interesting. We've had Tanya and I have had wonderful experiences at just about every job we've been at. We kind of make the place we're at the place to be, and it has been philosophically we just feel like we're going to let life take us where it's going to take us. And but I will say, out of all the places, you know, we're at Ole Miss and we're at Wisconsin, we're at North Carolina, we're at Southern Illinois, we're at a number of different places over the years. Loved them all, have friends from all those areas. But because of the job and the schedule, I've never really been back to any of those jobs, just because the only downtime coaches get, you're going to spend on vacation with your family. And this place was a little different. Now, we met a lot of great people here, people we consider family, and I also have family in the state of Texas, and I've recruited this state for 28 years, so this is as much home to Tanya and I as any place that we've been, and this is the only place, truthfully, that we have been back. I've been back here, you know, probably 6, 7, 8 times a year. As a matter of fact, I sit and have coffee with Bobby Williams, our athletic director, on a regular basis, maybe 2-3 times a year, and it draws me back because of the experience we had here.
One thing, you know, as I was talking about this community, and Sam Houston continues to grow, and I'll bring Ray into the conversation. We have such a great alumni base, you know, throughout this area here in Huntsville and down just a little bit further south in the Woodlands, but you're starting to see pockets of orange all over the place. Ray, for you, just being a longtime supporter and being involved with the university, how much has this meant to you, and especially having a great coach like Coach Longo here at the university? Maybe highlight a little bit of that and what it's been like for you as an alumni and a fan.
Well, I've been supporting all the sports forever. I played baseball here for 4 years, from 71 to 75, and I went to law school. I thought I was going to be good enough to play pro ball, but they didn't draft me, so I went to law school, and I stayed here. I love Texas. I'm from Nebraska, so I didn't want to go back there. So I just stayed with it. Coach Randleman got me involved with helping with the football, and then everybody, Skeeters and baseball. Here we go. So I got involved in all the sports, and so I try to support all of them. But this guy here was one of my favorites. He and Willie Fritz are, you know, they've been favorites for mine for a long time. And so he came best friends. He doesn't act like you're a booster. You're just a friend of his, and we'll talk football or life or whatever. So he found out that this job was open. He wanted to take this job, and he wore me out. He will text you at 3 a.m. for him.
I got a text this morning.
He wanted to say he wants the job, and he said no one will outwork him, and he's proved that to us. No one's outworked him. So he's up here every day, weekends. He just carries the phone with him. He goes on vacation. I call him. He's in Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania or someplace. He's working on recruiting and talking about the auction. So if you don't like him, you lost your mind. So he's going to build this thing and keep it going. Casey did a great job. Casey won. We're winners, and that's what we're going to keep doing. He's got a short stick this year. He's got a little bit of adversity ahead of him. He got hired late, got his staff late. We don't have a field to play in. We're going to have to go down to Houston and play our home games. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that he's got going, and he plays Texas, and he plays Oregon State, and he's got a tough schedule, and it's none of his kids, so he's got to bring all these kids in at the end, and he's done a fabulous job. So you just hang tight. we'll be fine.
Well, Coach, I love, and Ray, thank you for that. I love, Coach, just how passionate you are about the program. You and I were talking. I didn't get a chance to say hi to you, but as soon as you got here to this community, you were all in. Even at the high school level, when Coach Southern had stepped down, and now at Copper's Cove, and now Coach Todd is there now at Huntsville. I got to see you there. I didn't, like I said, didn't have a chance to tell you hello, but you were there at that event. I wanted you to highlight, just from your position as a head football coach, how important is it for you to be involved in the community and to connect with people?
Well, I mean, when you look at somebody like Rodney Southern, who just left after a long, very successful career at Huntsville, when I say successful, I don't just mean the wins. He did a great job of establishing relationships here in town, and he's impacted Huntsville like many have, and not just on the football field. And I just think when you get involved in Huntsville, you have to do just that. There's no coming in to work the day job and leaving and not getting involved with the people that are here. I'd say the university obviously embraces Huntsville. Huntsville embraces the university, and football is a part of that. And so Tanya, my wife, was a Division I women's basketball coach for 15 years. And so one of the benefits I get from that is that she understands the job and the rigors of it and the hours and all that. And she and I both know and appreciate the benefits that come with setting roots down in town. So we're going to be very actively involved in the community. We'll be very actively involved in the university itself outside of athletics. Very much appreciate what Dr. White is doing here in terms of what she's building. And so we're just excited to be back, and we're going to try to impact this area as much as we can through our football program.
You're here at an exciting time, too, with all the changes, and obviously the Bauer Stadium getting renovated, the jump up from FCS to FBS. I had Bobby on the program probably 6 months ago, and I said, I don't know of any other athletic director that's ever taken a program from the level it was at, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm just talking about the classification of the level all the way, not only just to Division I, but to the highest level of Division I at FBS. You're in that role now as the head man. How excited are you, or just how much do you enjoy the challenge now of being a part of all of this, and it's going to be a lot of fun, I know, for you.
Well, when we left here, when we were headed, we're in our Suburban with our family, and we're headed to Oxford, Mississippi. It was probably the most bittersweet time that we've had. Obviously, we were excited about where we're going, but this was the most difficult job to leave that I've ever had, and I've had numerous jobs. So we were excited. I always felt like we would come back here if we had an opportunity. Felt like there needed to be a few things that had to be probably at the FBS level, which I just didn't think was going to happen at the time. I wanted to do it as the head football coach. You don't know if you're going to be granted that opportunity, and it had to be at the right time. And so those three things happened this year, and Ray's not lying. I mean, with his help and the help of numerous people here that we developed relationships with, we've had the opportunity to come back here and be a part of Huntsville, and we're extremely, extremely excited about it.
Well, one way that folks can get involved, and there's still opportunities, and Ray, of course, chime in on this, but coming up on July the 26th, the football auction. This is so exciting to have this come back, and that's college landscape. You're always needing to raise money. That's just the nature of the beast, and this is a great opportunity for folks to come in, to be involved, to really get connected with the football program, to get to know Coach a little bit, but also just to get to know the program. Ray, highlight a little bit about what's going on July the 26th and maybe how folks can get involved. And as you do, I'll pop a graphic up here on the screen.
Very good, Rob. We have to raise money, and it has to be outside the university and with their help. But we're going to make this happen. Coach got involved. When he gets involved, then you're in. And so we got a big committee. I mean, the Stewarts and the Brian Smiths and the D'Emilianos, and we got a big, big committee, and they're wonderful. And they have worked their tails off, and we got this thing going. We probably have 250 to 300 people signed up so far to come to the auction. Our goal is 400, but we've got 10 to 12 days left, so we're doing it. We got another board meeting tomorrow. We do Zoom about every week, every other week. what we've got for live auction and silent auctions, and Coach is going to speak to us. And we got Jeremiah Briscoe coming back, our famous quarterback. We got Ryan Humphreys is going to speak a little bit. So we got some things working, and we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. We got Kerry Murray at Mersky's is making the steaks, and we got alcohol, we got beer, we got drink Cokes, a tea. We got it all for you, and we're going to have a good night. Coach is going to show us either a slideshow or a PowerPoint, whatever he does, and he's going to tell you about our program. But it's not even important. It's more than important for us to keep up with the other teams. Mm-hmm. They have money, and we're just at the bottom trying to build ourselves up, and we can do it. We can do it, but it's going to take time. But with the way the landscape is and the culture, you can't compete by just sitting back and being a good guy. You've got to go out there and entice these kids to come in because they're looking for money, and they're not looking just for education. So it's sad, but that's the way it is now, and so we got to deal with it. So we're excited.
One way folks can be a part of this, it's only $125 per person.
Correct.
Extremely reasonable, by the way, and all these proceeds will go to help fund this. You can also buy a table. There's options there. There'll be a live and silent auction. A lot of great items are going to be there, Coach. And just from where you're at, Coach, what are you looking forward to most about this night that you'd like to say to folks?
So I think, I was through, had experience with it, and I went through it for 3 years when I was here the first time. It's a little bit different. We want it to be different. It's going to be at the fairgrounds here in Huntsville, and it is to raise money for our program. The school is going to support football like they always have. But making the move to the FBS was a monumental undertaking here, and a plan was put in place to do it, and they made the move, and they've proven they can play at this level. However, the plan did not include NIL in the portal, and which is another huge tab. So it takes money to make a move from the FCS to FBS to do it correctly. When you make that investment without knowing that the portal and NIL is coming, a revenue share, however you want to describe it, the plan's going to be a certain way, right? So you make the move, you're there, and now they throw in another venture. They throw in another obstacle to overcome, and so I think you can address it two different ways. We can sit here and we can complain about it, or we can attack it and make it work for us. And so that's what we're doing. We're going to attack it. We're going to find a way to make it work for us, and we're going to find a way to win, just like Sam Houston has always done. And so it's an important night, but I would point this out. This night is financial in nature. It is, and we all know that, and it's really important for the program. But the other I think, important aspect that people don't talk about, and as I communicate with boosters and VIPs and business people downtown and everybody involved with the university that wants to come and get involved, this is what I share, particularly to the football alumni. We're going to do this every year, and this is going to be, we'd like it to be a great place for football alum to communicate with, get in touch with, plan out reunions. I'm constantly talking to people, and they'd love to get together with their teammates. They'd love to get together with this group from this championship year, that championship year, this playoff year, that playoff year, and they want to get together. They don't really have a venue and a time and a place to do it. And so this really can double as, a financial revenue boosting event for football and for our players, but it also can be something that's going to be consistent and steady, and we're going to do it every year, and it'll give all of our football alum, 1,400 plus, I might add, that I have either texted individually, written, or called. Took me 3.5 months to reach out to 1,400 football alums, and we've done it, and so now we're hoping to get a good portion of those guys here on July 26th.
That's great. Well, I do want to show the graphic again. And Ray, if folks want to get involved, I'll commit, even if I can't. I'm planning on going. I want to go, and so I'm going to commit to at least a seat. Put me down for 2. And if something comes up and I can't go, we'll give them away on the show to people that I know that can go. So Perfect. Put us down. We'll pay you for 2 of them, so count us in.
Appreciate it.
We want folks to be a part of this, July the 26th. How can folks like me, now I'm committed, so now how do I pay you? How do we go through that?
Okay, so I have on the flyer, I have my name and my email, burgessmediation@gmail.com, and then I've got my cell phone number, 713-865-3281. I get an email or a phone call every day. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to tell one quick story. Murphy Yates played here several years ago, good offensive lineman. And he calls, and I'm going to say he's too cheap because I'm going to tell him that when I see him, that he wouldn't buy a table, but he gets like 9 guys individually. So they won 125. I said to buy a table for $1,500. So Murphy's a great guy. He's right tackle or right guard. I can't remember. But his right tackle or right guard that played next to him for 3 years is in Atlanta, Georgia. He's got him coming back for this, to sit with him at this auction. That's the kind of people. Listen, nobody, Danny Reeves used to play. He's from Huntsville. Danny played with me. He got a phone call from Coach Longo.
Wow.
No head coach has called him in 45 years since we played or whatever. He talked to everybody. He has done his part to get these guys to come back. And they all have fun. Now this guy, Murphy Yates, has got his teammates coming. We got other people got their teammates coming. That's what's going to be fun about this. So he's right. We're going to build some relationships, and we're going to make it fun. But it's not too late. We've got all $7,500 tables. We've got 3 or 4 left. We've got 5 or 6 $3,500 tables, and we'll sell all the $1,500 tables we can. We'll just put them outside if we have to at the fairgrounds. But we're doing great so far. I got a great committee. I wish I could say all their names, but they are so good that they've taken this. Paul Armstrong and Donna Gilbert used to be our alumni director, ran Charlie's job. We have a great crowd, a great group. So we're excited. Doors open at 6, but you get there a little earlier at 5, and they've got silent auction, and we'll visit. But Coach will be visiting with everybody. I mean, he's just you just get to know him. That's the way he is. And so this is a chance, and it's the first year. He hadn't lost a game yet for us, so he's perfect right now. So we'll treat him like trash and maybe 8-10 games, but right now he's the best. So we want him. You're going to get to meet him, and his wife's wonderful, and all the coaches are going to be there and their wives. So you can't beat it for one evening of fun, and we'll get them home before midnight. In Huntsville, you got to get them home early, but starts at 6, and just contact me, Coach Longo. He'll figure out how to get it to me. I think I'm going to breakfast right now at Vance Howard's place, and he bought a table. And Perfect. So maybe I don't know if he's paid me yet, so I'm going to check and see he's paid. So, but anyway, that's what we do. We're just working it. I get a call from, was it your movers that called me? Somebody called me and wants to buy a table. I thought it was somebody that he's strong-armed.
Yeah, it was.
They moved him, so now he made him buy a table. So it's going to be fun, and Greg Smith's going to help me with the auction, and it's just going to be a fun event. And he's got his DJ coming in, and we got smoke and mirrors. Whatever we got, we'll have fun. But contact me. That information's on the flyer. I guess you go to www.bearcatfootballcollective.com. That's our website. You hit that button, shows you how to pay. You can get online. You can send me a check. We don't care.
Perfect. Okay.
It's easy.
Great. We'll make it easy. Well, Coach, I know you guys got to get running. You got a very busy day. I wanted just to do you have just a couple more minutes, Coach?
Sure, absolutely.
You said a name over there, Ray did, Greg Smith. Coach, whenever you run into Greg, confirm with him if he was the first ever to tailgate. He claims that he started tailgating at Sam Houston State University. I don't know if you've heard this story, but you may need to confirm with him and possibly put him in his place just to make sure.
There are many who claim that. Greg actually just had the entire staff and their wives and families over to his home for a great barbecue, and we had it was a lot of camaraderie and some good times. But he is just another example of a large group of individuals here that have been very knee deep in this program for a long, long time, longer than I've been here, and so we appreciate that. We appreciate those people and all the help that they give us, and what we'd like to do is increase the numbers. There's so many people that come by for a day to watch practice and a day to walk through the office and a day just to meet the staff. And so now I think what we're doing is we're embracing them a little bit better. And I want all of them to know there's not a football booster here that cannot attend a practice at our place, cannot come to a game, cannot come into the office and meet the staff. They are all welcome here. I've always said this, the number one asset to a football program, particularly at this level, is its players. And that does not mean just the current players. Obviously, they're important to us. They're going to produce and execute on the field. But the other population that is just vital to our program are the players that have developed and built this tradition that we've had of winning for such a long time. And so we want to do as good a job as we can at getting them, embracing them, and getting them back into this program and letting them know that they're welcome at our place anytime.
I feel like there's just so many wonderful things happening here in our community, and especially at Sam Houston State University. As you mentioned earlier, Dr. White's leadership has just been absolutely phenomenal. Great guy in Bobby Williams and so many others that are involved. Coach, for you, and this will kind of be my last question to wrap up, for you, that energy, it's something that just feels great. And now I get to be a fan in the stands where I used to be a lot more involved in different areas. I'm enjoying being a fan in the stands. Going to a game and sitting there instead of being up in the box was the most unique experience for me, and I loved it last year. Going down there, brought a guy from New Waverly that I get to work with named Ed Watto, great man, and we just had fun. We had a blast. That energy, describe maybe how you're feeling it as the head football coach, just with all the newness and so many things happening.
Well, it is a lot of the newness, but there's a history to it that really, if you're going to be a part of this place, you have to understand. I mean, all the way back to Coach Ron Randleman, right, who had been here for so many years and really was the face of this program for, a long time, and won a lot of ball games and had a lot of exciting seasons. And he still comes and visits the building and works out in the weight room and does all that. And then Willie kind of came in. Willie Fritz came in and did a fantastic job. And they were in the playoffs on a yearly basis, and they were playing for championships. And he just really helped continue to build on what Ron had done early on. And then we came in with Casey, and obviously Coach has done a fantastic job. He's currently one of the winningest coaches in college football, and 10 years of that was here. And so I am just honored and very, very appreciative to have the opportunity to be here, represent this football program as the head football coach. And I'd like to say I can do it Ron's way or Willie's way or Casey's way, but we're all our own people. Mm-hmm. And so there'll be a certain character to this program, but part of that's going to be embracing, our past and the people who built this program in the first place. And so I am really excited about this year. I'm looking forward to it, and we hope everybody comes out and supports us on the 26th and during the 2025 season.
Yeah, come on out and be a part of it. Coach, I respect your time. I do have one last question, because It's like a plumber. When you talk to a plumber, they get tired of talking about plumbing. I'm sure football with you live and breathe it. So what are you doing outside of football, Coach? What are some things you enjoy? Do you ever get away and just do some other things?
To be truthful, people ask if I golf or have any hobby. I really don't, because I love golf, right? And I would do it every day if I could. I can't do it unless I'm going to be good at it. You got to put some time in if you're going to be good at golf. But the truth is, I've got my family. Family's going to be first. That's what I tell our players. And then, interestingly enough, this football team is part of our family. And so every day I'm either working on something for our family or I'm working on something for our football family. And if I have a minute to do anything, it's either going to be with the players or with my kids, and we're going to be on a beach somewhere. And outside of that, if those are the three things I'm able to do from now until I'm done here, I've lived a really good life. So I'm living the dream right now and appreciate what we have. And that's a great question, but it's an easy answer for me.
Perfect. Well, you're just getting started, Coach, and we're honored and blessed to have you here. And thank you for continuing and building upon a legacy of, and I'm not just saying this because I'm sitting here next to you or Ray or in this community, but I truly believe that there's something special. And I've always said this, and if there's somebody out there listening or watching this morning is saying that we can't do that or we can't do this, I want you to – I heard an old preacher in Louisiana say this one time. His name was Pastor Buzzy. He said, you better quit your stinking thinking. My dad had always said that we are just limited by what's in between these two ears, and what's in between these two ears are our minds. And, yeah, we got to get up off the couch and do things to make things happen. But we've got to change our thinking, and we've got to say, you know what, we can do this. Why can't that kid come and play here at Sam Houston? And I think that attitude shift and coach and nothing on anyone else, because it's been so good and so winning for so many years. But I think there's just a freshness and a newness, and there's a hunger for a lot of young people to say, you know what, I'm going to give Sam Houston a shot because I know that they're going to take care of me and that community is going to embrace me. So thank you for bringing that, Coach. And I'm so excited about not only what you're doing and this program's doing, but I'm excited about what's happening here through the university. So we appreciate you very much.
Well, thank you very much for the invite. I look forward to it.
You bet.
Thanks, Rob.
Ray, did you have any final things,
Nope.
Ray?
Nope. See you on the 26th.
All right. Well, there they are again. Coach Phil Longo, Ray Burgess with Sam Houston Athletics. And I do want to remind you again, just get a hold of Ray. We're going to put together an article, and you can find out more. Get those tables. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and sell those three $7,500 tables right now.
That'd be great.
Do that right now, and let's take care of these youngsters at Sam Houston State University. We'll step aside. We'll take a break. Deneen and I back on. National Day of and a lot more here happening in Huntsville. Stay with us. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Imagine a voice of hope reaching every corner of Huntsville, from homes and hospitals to prison walls. That's the heart of Spirit Radio. We're a truly local 501c3 nonprofit, and we're raising $25,000 to build our tower and get on the air. With your help, we'll broadcast encouragement, truth, and the love of Christ across our community and across the world through the Spirit Radio FM app. Visit spiritradio.fm and give today. Let's bring light to Huntsville and beyond together.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
This is Jason Bay, the pastor at First Baptist Church, Huntsville, and you're listening to Spirit Radio, the spirit of Huntsville.
The spirit of Huntsville, spiritradio.fm.
All right, well, welcome back at it. We so genuinely appreciate, well, there's some great folks there. Ray Burgess, I had met Ray on we did meet on the baseball field, but, I do remember now, we did talk at the auction there, that one of the auctions that I emceed last year, and, well, I'll tell you what a world-class guy in Coach Longo. You just...
just down to earth.
I'm telling you, you just get the feeling, and Casey, Coach, I never say Casey. Coach, I just can't. I know some guys that are, that call people by their first names, and like even Bobby Williams, I'll still call him Coach Williams. It's like when you're a doctor, you have that title, and my dad raised me to where if you don't call somebody by their title, unless they tell you otherwise, it feels like I'm swearing. It doesn't feel like it's right coming out of my mouth. So. I would never say Phil. That just doesn't sound good. That's Coach Longo. And I'll tell you what a good man. And I know that there's some great things. Coach Keeler did an awesome job. I had a great friendship with Coach Keeler. And to this day, in fact, I still chat with him every once in a while by text message. When I was up in Fargo, Coach Keeler would text me and ask how I was doing once in a while. And that meant a lot to me. But I know that Coach Longo is very committed to this program and to this community. And I'm so excited about what he wants to do.
Yes.
And also about how he's just saying, you know what, if you want to come by and talk to me, come by and talk to me. Now, that's cool.
That is.
Because you don't hear that from a lot of D1 FBS coaches.
No.
Even at the FCS level. I remember when I first came here, obviously to broadcast for Sam, Coach Keeler, the first time I'd ever met with him, he, the athletic department, I said, hey, if you need to get a hold of Coach, just message us or whatever. And I'll never forget, Coach Keeler had told me, he goes, man, if you need anything, just call me directly. And he goes, here's my number. And I kind of stopped, and I said, wait a minute. I didn't know D1 coaches did that. And he did. And here's another guy like Coach Longo saying, if you ever need anything, just come by and say hi, reach out to me. That's what you're going to get from Coach Longo, and that's going to go a long way. And, friends, I tell you this, there is an energy surrounding this community and surrounding this program, and not just football but all of athletics. And we're in for something really, really great. I think of this is a weird analogy, but I think of like Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency, right? When it first started, everybody was skeptical. What is this? And then now look at it. It hit an all-time high, like $120,000 the other day. And I kind of think of Sam Houston is the same way, that here's this, even though it's been around a long time and in a very old university, but this FBS part of football is brand new, and I feel like we're just at the early stages. And I say it, and I related it to Bitcoin because of this. I think if you get in now, you're going to see great rewards come down the road. And so get involved, get invested, and let's support this university, and let's support our athletic department, and especially those players, so we can get some great talent in here. And we could have, you never know. No one thought that Baylor University was going to, and now Baylor's a lot bigger, obviously, but you never thought that Baylor was going to produce an Eisman quarterback. And then what happens? RG3, I call him one of my greatest heroes in sports. I love that guy. I repost a lot of his stuff, and he's from Copper's Cove, where Coach Southern is now. But, man, I think about that. And why couldn't we ever have a guy like that? We could. We absolutely could. And all it's going to take is us believing and getting involved.
Yes.
So, well, hey, welcome back as we continue on. Dee is here with us from Guardian Defense. Good to have Deneen with us today. You know what? Today is, of course, Tuesday, July the 15th. Some of you may have a little coffee in your hand right now. The sun's coming up. And I just want to tell you how thankful we are to be a part of your morning here on this show. A couple of things today. It's National Give Something Away Day, and I'm giving something away.
Yeah, you are.
We got a $50 gift card. Bridget's not going to like me for giving that away, by the way, but I just had it on my heart to give it away. $50 gift card to Cafe Texan, and then we're going to match it. We haven't done this in a long time. We did an Easter egg one time where I gave away some physical hard-earned cash. Ray Burgess said, you know what, why don't you slap on another $50 to that giveaway that you're doing? He just gave me a $50 bill. This is one of the a great giveaway today.
Yes, it is.
$50 in cash. 50 right here in cash. Hey, hold that up. Look, I'm not joking. That's not Amazon Play money. $50 cash.
That's real.
It's got the strip through it.
Yes,
the
it
watermarks.
does.
Yeah. $50 cash and
the gift card.
A $50 Cafe Texan gift card. We are giving that away on the show here in just a moment. And I'm going to tell you something right now. You've got a really good chance of winning because we've only had 6 people text in this morning.
Yeah, too bad I can't text in.
6 people only. That means that you have a little under a 20% chance of winning right now. That's great odds. Right now, you've got a great chance to win. We're going to extend this just a little bit longer, but you have a chance this morning. $50 cold hard cash along with a $50 gift card to the Cafe Texan. And all you have to do is text in your name to 936-339-0139. Again, it's 936-339-0139. I'd love to see our text line flooded with text messages. And I'm going to put it right here on the chat as well. So $50 gift card to Cafe Texan and $50 cash. Text in your name to 936-339-0139. Whoever's one of those 6 that texted in, they're going to be mad. Like, quit asking people to. I want to win. I was at a raffle type deal the other month. That organization.
The other month.
Yeah, I don't remember when it was the other month. A couple of months ago. You know how my grammar is. I mean, the other month. And it's like Braylon now says, she'll say, what does she say? Last earlier. That's her phrase. Daddy, did we have hot dogs last earlier? And I finally taught her that it means to say yesterday, but she used to say last earlier instead of using really cute. So last earlier, I was at there's kind of a health expo, and they were raffling off a ton of items, and I ended up paying like $50 for a bunch of tickets, and the grand prize was like an 80-inch TV. All right, and I won 3 or 4 things, so I did all right, but I still had a ton of tickets left. And Deneen, they start calling all these numbers, and every time I'd say yes, because that means that's one more chance that I get to win that TV. And I felt so. You ever felt so sure of something in life?
Yes.
Now, the one thing, now I'm going to throw this in there because I have to. The one thing that I can tell you that you can feel the most sure of in life is a relationship with Jesus Christ.
Yes.
That's the number
Amen.
one thing that you can feel the most sure of. And that you'll spend eternity in heaven if you accept him as your Savior. That's number one. All right, number two is I felt so sure that I was going to win that TV. I just knew that every fiber in my body said, you're going to get it. And I told Billy, I was all excited. I put my hand on Billy Cott. I said, Billy, buddy, I'm going to get that TV, Billy. It's coming, man. And they'd call another number because there was tons of prizes and this person would win. I said, yes, 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 keep calling them. And they get down to that TV, and I'm feeling good. Man, I'm already walking up there to receive it. I mean, that's how confident I was feeling. And they go like 7. Everybody had 737 on their ticket, right? So, and after they give away 50 things, quit getting excited when they call the first 3 numbers because everybody has the same number. Chill out. You don't have to go nuts over it, all right? So they go 737, and my number was like 802, right? They go 737. 7. And I just broke down. I said, you got to be kidding. I didn't get it. And I put my head down, and all that energy and all that excitement just left my body and went right out the door of that Walker Education Center. A little rain came along and washed it down. All that excitement, energy still that thing's already flooded over to Stacy Lawler over there where he works, through the Huntsville wastewater and all that. And they had to dig it out. It clogged up. I got to see behind the scenes how them things clog up because people put stuff that they're not supposed to. It's very interesting, by the way. And all that excitement. Stacy, I'm so sorry. I clogged up y'all's wastewater plant over there because all that excitement just
went away.
It just completely clogged up the wastewater. But you know who won, and I'm thankful for it? Tara Burnett won.
Really?
So I said, all right, I feel a little
That's
bit better
good.
about it.
She's a good person.
Today may be your day. Don't get so excited like I did that you clog up the wastewater system with excitement. I don't know what that means. but it could be your day. So text in right now. $50 gift card to Cafe Texan. And also $50 cash courtesy of Ray Burgess. All you got to do is text in your name, 936-339-0139. And what a better way to do that than here on National Give Something Away Day today.
Yeah.
It's also National Gummy Worm Day. You like gummy worms?
They're okay.
I just don't imagine you sitting at home in a recliner, petting the dog and eating gummy worms.
No. Freeze-dried candy.
Okay. It's also I Love Horses Day. You guys don't have a horse, do you?
No. I grew up with horses.
Did you ever want one out there? Do y'all ever have a desire to have a horse?
We had one at one time, but it was old.
Those are a lot of work.
Yes.
And they live forever. Don't they live like 40, 50 years, a horse does?
No.
They don't live that long?
They don't live
30
that
years?
long. I don't know.
30-something, maybe.
I don't know. I grew up on horses. My first horse was a Clydesdale.
Well, and then the beverage company came and took it from you. Now it's carrying the wagon around at Christmas time. Also, National Be a Dork Day today. I don't know how you'd celebrate. I don't have to do anything to celebrate that day. That's what Deneen was looking at me.
That's what I was thinking.
She's like, well, you ain't got. Deneen's like, you don't have to do nothing, Rob. Just come on the show and be a dork. So if you ever danced down the cereal aisle or tripped over nothing, I'm going to tell you what, today is your day. National Be a Dork Day. I want to have a little fun with the national days today real quick. I want to hear from you, Deneen. I'll start with you. What's maybe today's National Give Something Away. What's maybe one of the nicest things someone's ever done for you or given you? Can you think of anything?
One of the nicest things?
Yeah, maybe one of the nicest things. It could be an act of kindness. It could have been somebody giving you something. It's always hard when you get put on the spot because for me
there's a lot that I've been over the years that have been a kind word or something like that. But right now, what comes to me the most, it would be my Uncle Jeff. God rest his soul. He's up there with God right now. He's a preacher, so we do have preachers in our family. And I will never forget the day that he was preaching, and I was at his church, and I just was overwhelmed or flooded. I don't know. It's hard to describe the feeling that you get. And that was the first time I accepted Christ.
Wow.
And I think that is the best gift
Amen.
I've ever gotten.
Wow.
I think I was like 10.
Well, I can't top that now, so I better. Well, I can. I got to say now mine's petty, so there you go. Somebody gave me a lollipop when I was a little boy. That was going to be mine. Mine actually was. It was going to be the kind thing that I can think of. I mean, there's so many. The greatest gift I ever received is a gift of salvation.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
Yes.
And that was when I was a little boy.
And but coming from Uncle Jeff and having him there.
Yeah, your family.
And being able to witness. And I think it meant a lot to him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So.
Mine was my pastor, David Edwards. I'll never forget. VBS, I'm walking down the aisle, felt a prompting from the Holy Spirit, went. I was scared to death.
Yeah.
But I did it.
You can't describe the feeling. You really can't. It's just, I don't know.
I knew that from that day forward, I had conviction in my heart every time I messed up. And to this day, obviously, still have it. You know, when I mess up and say a bad word, do something I shouldn't, I think of it. And there was a period in my 20s and early 30s where I was just acting stupid. I was acting a dork.
We all go through that.
And I'll tell you what, every time I did, though, boy, I felt the Holy Spirit convicted me, saying, you better stop. You get another chance, but you're going to be running out of them soon. And I'll never forget that. And that's how I know that I know that I know. And I want to encourage people today, if you don't know that you know that you know, pick up this good book.
Yes.
And read where it talks about accepting Christ and asking him to be in your life, to accept him as your personal Savior, to believe that he died on the cross and rose again on the third day, shed his blood for your sins. We didn't deserve it. And someone explained this to me the other day, and repent of your sins and ask him into your heart. And I believe if you do that and you mean it and you believe it, that you're saved and that you'll get to spend eternity with Christ. Because the reality is we're all going to have eternity. It's just where is it going to be? Either heaven or hell, and that's the truth. And I don't mind. You can't say heaven without saying hell. And there is a hell, and it's very real, and there's a heaven, and it's abundantly wonderful. And I pray for anybody this morning that may be going through a situation or maybe going through difficulty, that put your faith in Christ. I'm going to tell you, I've been through so much heartbreak over the last 3 years and heartache, and felt like my life and everything I'd worked for fell apart. And now when I look back on it, it was God preparing a way. As I said earlier, I heard a sermon from Billy Graham just a few weeks ago that really put in perspective. That says sometimes it's not about your passion. God gives us dreams and desires, of course, but sometimes it's not your passion. It's about finding your purpose. And even though I teach young people to pursue your passion, not an unknown future, I think as long as your passion aligns with the purpose and you're going in the right direction. You can be passionate a lot of things that you probably shouldn't be passionate about. I mean, what do you think divorce rate's so high in our country? Because there's people passionate about other people that they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Chocolate. Denise's like, chocolate. Freeze-dried candy. Scuba snacks. But
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, the Scooby-Doo snacks. There really are. But I think about this. I think about when I was a child. I think one of the things that I was always most thankful. There's a lady named Joan at the old HEB. This is one of the few of these HEBs remains, and it's in what's that little town that you drive through outside of Marquee? Starts with an M. As you're going down that highway, eventually it'll connect like to Bruceville, Eddy, but there's a Marlin. There's an HEB in Marlin, Texas. It's like the original old school HEB. Still a small one. Even has the old chubby logo. I call it the chubby logo because the H and the E and the B are like really wide. They're still a little wide, but it's if you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's the chubby HEB logo. Well, we had that in Georgetown, our first HEB. Now we have 3 of them, which is crazy. But there was a lady named Joan, and she was a greeter. This was HEB used to have greeters. And Joan would give me a lollipop. And I'll never forget how kind that lady was. And it's so neat to think about the people that have the impact on your life when you go back and think about it.
Yes.
That the little things sometimes are the most meaningful.
A smile.
And that was Joan. Now, my wife obviously is very nice and kind to me, and I'm so thankful for a lot that she's done for me and my family.
Bridget's wonderful.
I'm thankful to this community for how they stepped up. So many nice people and kind people here in Huntsville. But let us know in the comments, what is maybe the nicest thing that somebody's done for you? And I'll tell you what, the more you guys interact, the quicker I'll get off of here and call you and say you've won, all right? What's a dorky thing that you've done, Denise? Anything dorky that you've done? Maybe tripped over something? Oh, you did do one. Back in the day when you were helping out with that sheetrock.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're okay now. Can you describe to the folks what happened?
I did something I wasn't supposed to do.
Your husband told you not to do something, right?
Yes, he told me not to get on the scaffolding to do the ceiling, and I did, and scaffolding gave way, and so did my foot.
I don't know if that was really dorky. That's just an accident, right?
Yeah.
I can't really think of dorky things.
I don't know. I'm sure that Jason can quickly think of dorky things I've done.
My wife, I love her to pieces. She says things that are really funny sometimes. And I need to write, remember back in the day they used to call them Bushisms when President Bush was around? He'd say things that made no sense. My wife says stuff sometimes it's just hilarious that she'd get mad at me if I ever repeated. And I'm not picking on you, sweetheart. They were just really, really funny. So anyways, let us know. A couple of other things here I wanted to go over. We're going to sign off here. You have a few more moments, Deneen?
I do.
Some big names born today. Forrest Whitaker turned 64. That's really the only big name out of this list that I know because there's a lady named.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, see, I know him, but then Linda Ronstadt, do you know who that is?
Yes.
Who's she? She's 79 today. I don't know who she is.
I believe she's a country singer.
Linda Ronstadt, 70, sounds country. Well, I'm old Linda Ronstadt. That even Ronstadt. 79. Brian Austin Green, 52. I don't remember. I don't
know who that is.
It was this was back when everyone on TV had three names, by the way. I guess he was an actor back in the day. Fun fact here, though, going back to Linda, her great-grandfather helped build Arizona. That's neat. Her grandpa had 700 patents, including the ice cube tray. Talk about cool innovation. So dumb.
Dorky.
So dorky. All right. Couple of curious things here, some other things. We do want to welcome you in this morning here. If you're listening on Spirit Radio FM, thanks for hanging out with us. Rob Hipp alongside Deneen Thompson of Guardian Defense. They are our wonderful Tuesday Foundation sponsor. A couple of this day in history. 1815, Napoleon was captured. Napoleon. It was a short manhunt. If you know Napoleon, he was short, so it was a short manhunt. Really dumb here. 1916, William Boeing. That name sounds familiar. He started Pacific Aero Products, which eventually became Boeing. The airplanes, of course.
Was it Boeing 737 or
Boeing 737, 787. Yeah, they got a ton of them. But if he would have never changed it to Boeing, we almost flew on William Air, may have been the name. That could have been the name. William Air 787. In 1929, the first airport hotel opened in Oakland. You know what the slogan was? We'll leave the runway lights on for you.
Oakland, California.
Yeah, Oakland, California.
I know exactly where that's at.
Airport hotel. Motel 6 better not sue me for that one because they always say, we'll leave the lights on for you. But they did. They said, we'll leave the runway lights on for you. Probably not. It was 1988, and I want to touch base on this briefly because it annoys the living fire out of me, and I want to settle this right now on this show.
I didn't do it.
It was 1988, Die Hard hit theaters.
Oh, Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, who's going through just tough, right? I mean, the poor guy's got dementia, don't even know who he is anymore. It's terrible. But here's what I want to settle, and I really want you guys to interact with me. If you're listening on Spirit Radio, text us at that same number, 936-339-0139. That is not a Christmas movie.
No.
But people say that it is because it happened during the holiday season. That is, and that's the greatest Christmas movie of all time. It is not a Christmas movie. And I don't know why people are so infatuated with the idea that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It's not.
But tons of people say it is. They all think that it's the greatest Christmas movie ever.
Greatest Christmas movie ever is Frosty the Snowman.
I thought you were about to say Snow White.
No, Frosty the Snowman. Come on now.
Poor guy melted.
Yeah.
My favorite Christmas movie of all time, boy, there's so many of them. You put me in front
Miracle on 34th.
You put me in front of a Hallmark channel or the or the Lifetime channel and any one of those corny movies. I love them at Christmas time. They're so dumb. My favorite, and we're so far away from Christmas right now, but I'm thinking
Christmas in July. I
really like Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You ever see that one?
Yes.
It's where he tries to get his little boy something. I love that movie for some reason. But any of the Ernest movies, he had a Christmas movie that was really good too. Ernest, the Ernest P. World,
yes.
Ernest P. World movies, those were good.
Tim Allen did the Santa Claus movies.
That's it. I love those are the Santa Claus has got to be my favorite, by the way. It really is. The first one, all of them are good, but the first one. But yeah, I want to settle that this morning that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. And please quit saying that it is. And you know what? I typed in Google, is Die Hard a, and guess what? It filled out automatically, Christmas movie, because so many people talk about it. Mm-hmm. I just don't understand why. If Kyle was with us this morning, he'd probably chime in and tell me what his thoughts were on this. But it just makes because it happened during it, like the theme was around Christmas. That's why people say this. But no, you guys,
it's not a Christmas movie.
You guys, it was an action movie that took place at Christmas time.
Yeah.
Okay. So please quit saying that. Even Wikipedia says that it's often named one of the best Christmas films of all time. Dumb. Stop doing it. All right. Couple of things here real quick. Some weird news I want to go over this one. Weird news. There was a guy in France who escaped prison by hiding in his cellmate's laundry bag. Got into his cellmate's laundry bag. They didn't notice he was gone until the next day. And so can you think about how laundry day is at that prison now? But how could somebody, I guess it was a huge bag, but wouldn't you be able to?
Or maybe it was a small man.
But think about it. If Jamie Saucier, by the way, said, no, it's not a Christmas movie. Thank you, Jamie. We got 3 people here saying it's not a Christmas movie, so it's not. But how could somebody not notice that somebody was escaping in a laundry bag? Somebody had to lift that bag up and put it on a tray somewhere. You ever had a raccoon or something that you put in a bag, get it out of your house?
Yeah.
You're like, no.
No.
What about a child? You heard a child, you want it out of your house, put him in a bag, toss him out?
No.
You would notice. I've never done that. I would never do that, by the way. How you would have to notice that there would be somebody in a laundry bag. Here's something. Tarantulas were in cake boxes.
What?
Tarantulas in cake boxes. This happened in Germany. Customs agents opened a shipment of chocolate sponge cakes from Vietnam. Guess how many tarantulas they found in these cakes?
I don't know.
1,500 tarantulas were in these cake boxes in Germany. And I don't even know, these are the kind of things that whenever I read this.
You kind of want to know what it looks like.
Yeah, I wonder if they're, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, oh, man.
That's okay.
Yeah, oh.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, hold on, folks. Y'all gonna.
Oh, they were
They were
actually put in there.
Yes, deliberately. 1,500 tarantulas in cake boxes. Let me see if I can pull this up here. It's kind of hard to do this on the fly, but let me see if I can. Let's see. Here we go. It's taking me just a second here. I'm trying to do this as we talk, and of course, there's a million ads that pop up. In the future, I need to have all this planned out so we can just pop it up on the screen. This is disturbing.
That is why.
It's even more. What's even more disturbing are all these ads every time I'm trying to pull something up. Okay, here we go. Check this out. Here we go. Yeah, it says a noticeable smell led to the discovery of all. If you don't like spiders, turn off right now, because
look at that.
There you go.
How?
Look at that. Oh.
Were they like baby tarantulas? I mean, because when you think of a tarantula, you think of a tarantula.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, these were little ones. Look at those guys.
Deliberately.
1,500 of them. Customs officials said last month they had found the shipment at Cologne Bonn Airport in a package that arrived from Vietnam. A customs office spokesperson, Jens Ahland, said that they had been tipped off by a noticeable smell.
Oh.
They did not expect 15 pounds of spiders is what these added up to.
Word.
It says the colleagues were surprised by the contents of prohibited packages from all over the world, but the fact they found 1,500 small plastic containers containing young tarantulas left even the most experienced among them speechless. They held this as an extraordinary seizure, one that saddens us to see what some people do to animals purely for profit.
That's okay. Bless you. God bless
Tarantulas
you.
got me sneezing this morning. Criminal proceedings, by the way, they're underway for these people.
Oh, my gosh.
That's
okay.
That decided
They
to
can keep their tarantulas.
To keep the tarantulas. And finally, here in India, there was a python. He decided to take a swim with tourists at a waterfall. So can you imagine swimming under a beautiful waterfall, right? All right. Picture this. You're swimming. You're enjoying.
Anaconda, that movie Anaconda.
Yes. You're just sitting there. You're under the waterfall. You know, you see all these romantic pictures of a husband and a wife or boyfriend and girlfriend. They're under the waterfall, right? They're there. Oh, it's the best day of my life.
It's so beautiful.
I'm feeling relaxed right now, Denise. I'm just picturing myself. I mean, I love Bridget, but I'm just picturing myself by myself there under that waterfall.
Okay, now picture a snake coming down on
And then
you.
I got that Johnson & Johnson's baby shampoo going through my hair, you know, shampooing my hair into the waterfall. And then all of a sudden, boom, this huge python falls right down on you. Apparently, that is what's happened in India. A python fell in right there. There's an impossible question I want to ask. What do you do 30 times a year without realizing it? Some of you a lot more, but 30 times a year on average you do this, and you don't realize that you're doing it in some shape, way, or form. So think about that. That's a hint. In some shape, some way, some fashion, some action, something, you don't realize that you do this 32 times a year. You have any idea, Denise?
I do not have a clue.
Okay, I'll come back to that in just a few moments. But think about it.
Can I look at the answer?
Nope. You
Okay.
got to figure it out.
I don't know what it is.
There's a song. I won't say the lyrics because it'll give it away, but the music to it's da-na-na-na, 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 da-na-na-na. And I may be completely wrong.
I don't know.
Think about lyrics that go over that.
I don't know.
Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. Come on, Denise. I know you're da-na-na-na. Kyle may get it. Kyle's with us. Kyle said apparently I was watching the other feed. I've been here the whole time. Kyle, look, Kyle says it absolutely is a Christmas movie.
No.
So, Kyle, we're 3-1 on that, by the way, for Die Hard. I do want to give a few shout-outs. Think about it in a moment. I want you to chime in, friends. Again, 32 times a year on average people do this, including you. You don't realize it. And we will get back to that. And also, your final chance to text in to win $50 cash.
Cash and a $50 gift card to Cafe Texas.
Yep, that's right. Text in your name to 936-339-0139. We'll take a very short break. When we come back, I'm going to answer that question. What do you do 32 times a year? We'll also recognize who's joining us, and then we'll call our winner, and we'll sign it off.
Okay.
Stay with us. More to come. It's Good Morning Huntsville. We'll wrap it up in just a few moments.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at GuardianDefenseLLC.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Imagine a voice of hope reaching every corner of Huntsville, from homes and hospitals to prison walls. That's the heart of Spirit Radio. We're a truly local 501c3 nonprofit, and we're raising $25,000 to build our tower and get on the air. With your help, we'll broadcast encouragement, truth, and the love of Christ across our community and across the world through the Spirit Radio FM app. Visit spiritradio.fm and give today. Let's bring light to Huntsville and beyond together.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can. For a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
This is Deneen with Guardian Defense, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
All right, back at it. We wrap it up here on Good Morning Huntsville. 32 times you do this. Deneen and I do it probably 32 times a day, not a year. We don't even realize it, Deneen. What is it?
Oh, can I tell him? Because you told me break the law.
Breaking the law, breaking the law. You may run stop signs. You may speed.
Not use your blinker.
Not use your blinker.
Cross the double yellow line.
Yep.
When you turn.
That's it. 32 times a year for probably the nice people out there, the mean, bad people like Deneen and I. 32 times a day. I do the Hollywood stops. I need to stop. I don't think about it. I just kind of just gently ride on through. Hey, it's your time to shine here on Good Morning Huntsville. Many of you chimed in today. My sister was joining us. She's on my personal feed, so I didn't see her comments. But hey, sis, I love you. I saw them whenever I went through my other, so on my personal feed. But love you, sis. Join us, Kyle Kreiner. Morning, y'all. He did chime in first. He was the first comment today. Jamie Saucier, love you, buddy. He's there. Good to see you this morning. Jennifer Augustinetti. Oh, you know what? Some of these are from Monday. Sorry, Kyle, you weren't the first. You weren't the first, Kyle. Man, where am I at? Here we go. Here's the first. Here we go. Jamie Saucier was the first comment of the day. It's like, it's not a marvelous Monday. Jamie Saucier. Quentin Glaze coming in number 2 today. Jennifer Augustinetti. There we go. She's saying it's a terrific Tuesday. Elle Turpening, good morning to you. Have a great Tuesday. Bill Doggett, County Commissioner, Precinct 3. Also the Rotary Club President. Good morning, Bill. Good to see you, brother. Jamie Saucier saying, I'm thankful for another day. How about Linda Wright joining us? Linda Wright, good morning to you. Christine Mitchell saying good morning. Tara Burnett, who won that big old TV. Thanks, Tara. Thanks, Tara. She said she was so thankful for everyone that donated to the museum and the Legion. They were able to deliver all of it to the State Legion Conference in Austin. After the presentation, we all gathered in a prayer circle, and our chaplain led us all in prayer for the families and search and recovery teams. This is for the flooding in the Hill Country. Said it was heartbreaking, but beautiful to see all of the Legion posts jumping in to help. Thank you, Huntsville. Tara and the Legion doing great work as well here in our community. Linda Horn joining us. Good morning, saying have a great day. Christine Mitchell chiming in. She said if we needed a place to store anything, that she has a storage room, she would donate that. Thank you, Christine. Nathan Smith over at Ink Slinger, slinging that ink. Sling it, brother. Good morning, buddy. Julie Williams. That's another Julie joining us this morning, saying good morning, good to you. Christine Mitchell, by the way, didn't like the spiders, I don't think. She said yuck. And then Kyle said, no, that wasn't me. I was late this morning. He was not the first. Kyle, that was yesterday you were first, brother. So there you go. Your time to shine there on Good Morning Huntsville. Always a lot of fun chiming in with all of you. We've been on a little extended today. We had Coach Longo on from Sam Houston football, and that's why we're running just a little bit over this morning. But I did want to head over to our phone line as we have a winner today. $50 coming your way.
Hello.
Good morning. Who are we speaking with?
This is Amanda Yates.
Oh, Amanda, good morning. I'm calling from Good Morning Huntsville. I was going to joke around with you, but I didn't want to joke with you. You're too nice. You sound way too nice, so I didn't want to. I didn't want to joke with you this morning and prank you. Okay, you've won though. How about that?
I appreciate that. That is so awesome.
Yeah, and thank you so much, Amanda, for donating that $50 bill back to the Rob Hip Fund. We're so appreciative of that. So, no, $50 cash as well as a $50 gift card. How about that, Amanda?
That is so awesome.
Yeah, how did you find us? I've never seen you text in before. Have you watched us before?
All the time. So I'm Tara Burnett's assistant.
Oh!
So
Wait,
I sit in her office in the mornings, and she has it on her phone, and I hear it every morning.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, did you have it on your phone, or did you just hear it from her phone?
I heard it from her phone.
Okay, well, you don't win then. You have to be watching. Sorry.
I was watching.
Has to be your own personal device. Well, great. Well, whenever you get this, kind of wave that $50 bill around in Tara's face. Say, I won $50. Okay?
I'm definitely going to do that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to take her to lunch.
Awesome. Well, there you go. Man, $50 cash. That's courtesy of Ray Burgess and Sam Houston alumni. Isn't that cool?
That is so cool. I'm so excited.
Well, and I think I still have something for Tara as well. So I told her last time I'd deliver. I will deliver these items today to both of y'all. So man, y'all may have like $200 or something coming your way.
That is so awesome.
Congratulations. Will y'all be there all day?
We're at a meeting, and then we will be back there. So we'll be back this afternoon.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Well, that gives us time to go eat and give you what's left over. Perfect. All right.
Thank you for lunch.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Amanda. Have a blessed day. All right.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye. Normally we ask, what are you thankful for? They're thankful for that. She was in a meeting. You could tell she was a little bit rushed. So, man, what's up with that? Just listening in the background. See, that's what's funny, people. You never know who's going to be listening. Mm-hmm. It's like when you go into a restaurant and you hear something. You don't realize. When I worked in radio, people were like, well, people don't listen to that. But I'd go into a restaurant and there'd be something playing and I'd hear my commercial. So I said, yeah, the people, you never know. It's like subliminal, right? So congratulations. Kyle says make sure you get there before lunch, Rob. Yeah, I'm gonna go use this and then give them the leftovers on it. Well, Deneen, tell us real quick, Guardian Defense, always appreciate you guys. Let us know what's happening up at the range and how people can connect with you.
Well, just give us a call, 936-293-0364. And if you can't get them on that, call 936-293-0123.
Perfect.
Call us and schedule your time on the range and just come see us. And we still have firearms for sale. So if you're interested in firearm or classes for your license to carry or to your NRA, just give us a call and we'll be glad to help you.
Yeah, if you're interested in a firearm, GuardianDefenseLLC.com. Now, if you're interested in breaking your arm, call Deneen.
Call me.
She's got a really good car door for you. No.
I can't believe you said that.
I was going to throw that in, but
that's okay.
See, if I would have just met you, I wouldn't have thrown that in. But I've known you so long, you know how I'm a jokester. But
yes.
Yeah,
for people who don't know, Rob, Jason, myself, and my father-in-law went to an Astros game, and
it was all fun until the end.
We were going back to the car, and Jason had his arm through the door between the bar of the door.
Here, honey, will you take this? Boom.
Boom. He was handing me peanuts, and I didn't see his arm, and I shut the door and broke his arm.
Yeah, we heard a crack. But luckily,
I'm glad Rob was there because.
Luckily, it was just on the elbow, like a little bone or something, right?
Yeah, just a little crack.
Because if it would have been here, it would have been bad.
It would have been, yeah. No, it was just the head. They said it was just a little bitty crack.
And then what's terrible is Deneen was back. Her face turned beet red. She goes, ah! Started laughing. No, she did not. She did not. This poor woman was beside her. She was just so worried, as she is. Obviously, it's her husband. But I felt obviously so bad for Jason, but I felt bad for you because I knew that you felt terrible about that.
Oh, God, I did. Oh.
That was a dorky move.
But, okay, it was. There we go. There's my dorky moment. Now, then the worst part of that is when we were at the ER, and the doctor walks in. He goes, so can you tell me what's going on? He goes, well, my wife broke my arm. The look on the doctor's face, I was like, I'm going to kill you, Jason.
He's already pulling out his phone. He has a special dial. He has a special button to the police.
Abuse.
Yeah, to the police department. We got one, Jim.
And then he explained to the doctor what happened, and you can just see the look come back to his face. It's just like, okay. What a way to start it off.
The doctor's like, I used to have one of those too. She gone. It's like the balance of nature guy. You don't understand. She's gone. She's gone.
So yeah, when we get in the car, Jason makes sure that he goes, everything is in. You can shut your door.
Man, all sorts of things going on. First, you fall off of a ladder, break your ankle, and then Jason breaks his arm. I mean, good night. All right, well, that'll wrap it up. Go to GuardianDefenseLLC.com for more information, friends. Big thank you again to Coach Phil Longo for being with us.
Thank you, Coach.
It's so great to have Coach. We'll be back tomorrow. Going to be a lot of fun on episode number 550. Victoria Noakes will be joining us tomorrow, and she will be there talking about the Piney Woods Wedding Association. More information on how you can be involved with that. I know she's involved with Sam and many others, and we've been wanting to have her on for a long time. So make sure that you join us. Also, of course, Rick and Kay Boning of Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools will be here with us as our Wednesday Foundation sponsor. Great show today.
It was.
A lot of fun today.
And once again, Coach, he just down to earth. Just very nice guy. Very nice guy.
Just teared me up. Salt of the earth.
All right, Rob.
Are you kind of feeling that? Right?
Yeah, just
poor Deneen.
Michelle, I need you back.
I don't need to put salt on my fries anymore because he's the salt of the earth. You don't understand. All right, we better go. We love you, Huntsville. See you tomorrow. As always, I end every show this way, reminding you that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other, so please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. I guarantee that somebody out there this morning needs you. One final time, we'll see you at 7:30 tomorrow. But for today, good morning and God bless. We'll see you, Deneen.
Bye, Rob. Have a good one.